day 4, we're going to be talking about finding unknown dimensions. The most important thing that we need to do whenever we start one of these problems to find the unknown dimension is to start by writing out the formula for the total that we are given. So we are starting with our volume of this prism here. This is a triangular prism. So we are going to write the volume formula for a triangular prism, which is base times height. From there, all I have to do is fill in all of the different pieces. So my volume is 690. The area of my base formula is going to be for a triangle, 1/2 base times height. And then the height of my prism is what we're trying to find. We're going to leave that as h. I'm now going to simplify. 1/2 times 60 is 30. And then divide to solve for h. We're not going to forget that we have units here. Our unit is going to be in meters. Very similar for the next one. We know that we have a right cylinder. Our formula for the volume of a cylinder is volume equals base times height. I know that my volume is 81 pi. The area of my base, the area of a circle, is pi r squared. I know my radius is 1.5. And then times the height, which we do not know for this problem, so I'm going to leave it as h. I'm going to do a little bit of simplifying. 81 pi. 1.5 squared is 2.25 pi. And then I'll divide everything by 2.25 pi. Now, I strongly suggest that you cancel out those pi's before you put these numbers into your calculator. If you do want to leave the pi's in, you just have to be careful. The calculator is a little bit finicky when it comes to order of operations. You're going to have to put those numerators and denominators in their own parentheses before you hit divide. But otherwise, if we cancel out those pi's, it's really easy. Then we do 81 divided by 2.25 in our calculator. We should get that our height is 36 centimeters. Same thing here in number 3. Again, I've got another cylinder, so I'm going to start with my cylinder formula. Volume equals big B times h. Our volume in this case is 147 pi. The area of our circle is pi r squared. I don't know the radius this time, so that's where my variable is going to go. Times the height of the cylinder, which is 3. So when we do a little bit of simplifying, 147 pi equals 3 pi r squared. We're going to divide everything by 3 pi. Again, try canceling out those pi's instead of putting them into your calculator. 147 divided by 3 is 49. And then r squared, to get that by itself, we should be square rooting both sides. This is 7 equals my radius. The question then asks me to find the diameter, so we have to do an extra little step here. The diameter is 2 times that radius, so the diameter here is 14 feet. Moving right along, number 4, we have a pyramid this time, a square pyramid. So the formula for the volume of a square pyramid is 1/3 area of the base times height. That volume is 120. The volume of this, the area of this base, the base is a square. So the area of that base is going to be side squared. And the height, that straight up and down height from the center of the base up to the vertex of the pyramid is 10. We don't need any slant heights here. So I am going to divide everything by 10. I'm going to divide everything by 1/3, which is the same as multiplying by 3. And then I'm going to square root both sides to get that x is 6. And let's call this 6 feet. Okay, now we're going to change it up a little bit because now we're going to be finding some more complicated stuff. Here I have a cone. If we think about the surface area of my cone formula, let's start with the volume of a cone formula. I know that my volume of a cone formula is volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times h. From the information that I know already, I know that my radius is 15, and I don't know the height of that cone. And I'm also trying to find the surface area of that cone. Well, surface area formula for my cone is surface area equals 1/2 pi, not 1/2. This is pi RL plus pi r squared. Again, we know the radius is 15, but we do not know that slant height. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with our volume. We're going to find the height of my pyramid, of my cone, and then I'm going to use that height to help me find the slant height and therefore the surface area. So let's start here with volume. Volume equals 1/3 pi, radius is 15, squared times h. We're going to solve for h. This should be 600 pi. We're going to solve for h by by simplifying a little bit first. 15 squared, 225 times 1/3. 225 times 1/3 is 75. We're going to divide everything by 75 pi. Those pi's are going to cancel. To get us 8. 8 equals our height. So that height is the straight up and down piece right there. We're going to do a little bit of Pythagorean theorem to get my slant height, which is L. 8 squared plus 15 squared equals my slant height squared. This gives me 289 equals slant height squared. We square root both sides. We get 17 for our slant height. Now that we know the height and we know the slant height, I can go in and figure out what is the surface area. Surface area of a cone formula, pi, radius, times that slant height we just found, plus pi, radius squared. All plugged into our calculator, that's about 480 pi, or 1,508.0 centimeters squared. Be very careful here that when we are doing our surface area formula, that we know that we're plugging in the slant height and not the regular height. But other than that, that one should be done. Number 6, find the surface area of a sphere if the volume is 972 pi cubic units. So I need to start with the volume formula for a sphere. Volume formula is 4 pi r cubed. I'm going to fill in what I know. 972 pi is the volume. And I don't know anything about that radius, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'll divide everything by 4 pi. To get 729 equals r cubed. And then just like a square root undoes a square, a cube root is going to undo a cube. So the cube root of 729 is 9. Our radius is 9. We're going to go back to our surface area, which is, Oh, sorry, I left out 4/3. My bad, this is supposed to be a 4/3. I think I was just writing too fast, but otherwise the work should be good. Surface area, this is 4 pi r squared. Surface area then is 4 times pi times that radius, 9 squared. We get 324 pi for that surface area, and that is in units squared. And then lastly, number 7, find the volume of a sphere if the surface area is 144 pi square units. So we're going to start with surface area of a sphere. Surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. I know that that surface area is 144 pi. I'm going to divide everything by 4 pi to get 36 equals r squared. Square root both sides. My radius of this sphere is 6. We're trying to find the volume, so I'm going to plug that back in to find the volume. 4/3 pi r cubed. 4/3 times 6 to the 3rd power is 288 pi, or if we want to round that to a decimal, 904.8 units cubed.